Much has been made about the fact that the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is yet to meet with Donald Trump. Our Foreign Minister was in the US, Penny Wong, this week, and one of the things that caught my eye was Marco Rubio actually apologised to the Foreign Minister and said, yeah, apologising for not catching up, the Prime Minister and the President not catching up with the G7 because Donald Trump went back. What do you make of this space?
Well, I think the United States recognizes the importance of the relationship with Australia, particularly because of our joint concerns about Chinese expansion. So I think that the Trump administration, here reflected by Mr. Rubio, does want to reach out and have a conversation, not just about China, but certainly about tariffs as well, with the Australian leadership. That hasn't happened yet, but I suspect it will pretty soon because the Trump administration knows how to stage meetings in the Oval Office when it needs to.
They can be scary to go to, though, can't they?
That's for sure.
Now, the US economy, look, it's a big question mark here because we've seen the Fed come out with huge concerns, not only about the big, beautiful bill, but tariffs.
Absolutely right. I mean, the short-term concern is the tariffs because they will raise the cost of products in the United States. They won't bring in significant revenues, as President Trump has promised, and they're unpredictable. And that, because of Mr. Trump, but also tariffs are a little bit unpredictable even without Mr. Trump. In the longer term, the Fed is, of course, concerned about the fact that the big, beautiful bill will increase the national debt by somewhere between $3 and $4 trillion. I mean, these are just figures that are hard to imagine. The Fed will have trouble borrowing that money when it needs to. So the Fed is being conservative. That's its job. It's not reducing interest rates, and that's increasingly annoying President Trump, who, as a business person, understands that reduced interest rates speed the economy along. This may come to a head if President Trump tries to fire the chair of the Federal Reserve instead of waiting until next year when his term expires, naturally, as the statute dictates.
Finally, Ukraine, Donald Trump came to power saying he'd stop it in 24 hours. We saw the biggest bombardment ever by Russia on Ukraine yesterday.
It's, again, I think, historically the greatest tragedy of the Trump administration. President Biden brought together an alliance to protect Ukraine and to defend Europe. And even though President Trump has become increasingly dissatisfied with Mr. Putin, he refuses to increase aid to Ukraine. We're cutting off some strategic weapons that they need now that Ukraine was paying for with its own resources. This puts Ukraine in an even more dangerous spot. Again, an embarrassment for the United States and a danger for Europe and the rest of the world.
Lewis, good to chat. Let's do it again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.